Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentlemen podcast for Friday, June
3rd?
4th.
Oh, 4th. Yeah, sorry.
June 4th.
Sorry. Yes.
June the 4th be with you.
I was going to say that. I was literally about to say
Sorry,
that.
man. You
Fuck,
Too slow.
I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Join alongside me in Teabag's Tavern, the Teabagger himself,
The Teabagger. Oh, I saw, dude.
Tyler Sund. And we have all day Eric Deshane joining him on the couch as well.
Hello.
How are you boys doing today?
Wonderful.
Have some beverages.
Some nice
Some
beverages.
nice brewskis. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's a warm day,
It's a very warm day.
It's worth it.
but the tavern's nice and cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's always cool down at Teabag's Tavern.
A little innuendo there for you.
It's a little damp.
It's a little wet, musty, but at
smells
least it's
weird.
cool. At least it's cool.
So we were gonna do this probably like last week, but I guess we're a week late. But May has ended, of course, and we used to do a show called the Weekly Wrap Up every Friday, and nobody watched it, so we canceled it. But we had some people message us saying, "Hey, we really liked the first 30 minutes of that 4-hour podcast
Yeah,
we used to do."
2-hour podcast we did. Yeah.
Where we talked about what movies and games we've been playing, giving out recommendations and that sort of thing. So we thought, well, instead of doing a weekly wrap-up, we'll do a monthly wrap-up. Because a lot of time we're either watching the same show or we're playing the same game week to week. So instead of Tyler talking about Outlast 2 for 5 weeks straight, or what was it, Alien Isolation for 5 weeks straight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll just talk about it one time
There you go.
at the end of every month there. So, we're going to be talking about the movies we've been watching, the TV shows we've been watching, and the games we've been playing. So, let's say we start off with video games. Anybody playing any new games this past month?
Nothing new, no. I still playing my good old Titanfall. And started playing, I think I said the last time, Resident Evil 4. Got into playing that again, which was an amazing nostalgia back again. It was good to play it. Although, I'm still trying to figure out a way to make it easier to control because the game still moves like ass. You turn so bad, it's hard to control. So I got about 2 hours into it. I take a break, kind of figure out a mod or something where I can... Because you can't use your mouse like an actual moving around. You just move side to side.
Oh,
And up and down is a different direction too. It's dumb. It's the way that it is controlled. It is dumb to begin with. So,
interesting.
and you in order to turn around, you have to stand still and turn around.
Right.
So it's like, it's not how a mouse operates, right? So I'm looking to see if like a mod or a patch I can install to make it like an actual like an actual third-person shooter. But it's not working out so.
I wonder if it gets like probably super easy once you.
It might
Probably.
do that because the big thing was that you weren't able to move and control, but it's not like on a controller where it's like it's easy to do that on a mouse and keyboard. It doesn't work out too well. Though. So it's pretty much been my thing so far. Some Nautica I got into again. That's a fun little like Minecraft style underwater, and the ambiance and the sound is great in that game. I absolutely love it. So
Yeah, I keep seeing film reactions to that one.
Yeah.
Jump scares.
oh, I mean it's because it's this pitch black all around you. That's thinking this giant titan of a fucking eel comes out with you, just grabs you by the front, cracks it open, throws you around, and you're dead. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was terrifying. But it's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Tyler, you playing anything?
Well, I'm still on Outlast 2, but I talked enough about dead babies in the last one. So I'm actually just finished playing both playthroughs on Resident Evil Remake. Another nostalgic thing for me, too. It's like the same fixed frame. Every time you go to a room, it changes angles. It's like, and it's all stationary, very hard to control, and not fast-paced at all, but like I said, like Resident Evil's always had that really scary ambience. The music's really unsettling.
Oh yeah.
The story is like the voice acting is still pretty cheesy, even though it's a remake and it's like updated. It's still pretty cheesy, but it's still a lot of fun to play. So found some little Easter eggs in there that were pretty cool too. That I never played well because my brother was the one that played it, and I just watched him play. I was never allowed to play his GameCube, so I watch him play. But even though I was the older brother and should have had all
You
access,
think, but
no. Not this one. But that's about it. Not really much for games. Lots of movies, but not much for games.
I've been playing
a
new old game.
Yep.
I bought Mass Effect Legendary Edition. That comes with the Mass Effect trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, remastered for 4K, 60 frames per second. I'm playing through Mass Effect 1. I'm getting close to the end, which is kind of cool because I've never actually played through Mass Effect 1 all the way. I've done multiple playthroughs of 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Just because the reason was I started on 2. So
Oh, really?
going back to 1, it was like very much like...
Why?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the gameplay, like they really, really improved it between 1 and 2. But now since like it's been years since I played, 3 or whatever the last playthrough, it's like, okay, I'm back into the kind of state where I can play this. I know they tuned up the controls a little bit to make it a little bit better as well. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to go back and see some parts of the story where it's like I kind of know the story of 1, but I'm getting a little bit more details of it. And yeah, just great game. And I'll probably get a platinum it because it's actually pretty easy platinum.
Yeah.
And I was actually like looking at because they list the percentage of players who've gotten each trophy, right? And it was actually kind of interesting that 28% of players have platinumed Mass Effect 1. I'm like, that's a really high number. Like over a quarter, that's pretty crazy. So I guess it's a bit easier of a platinum, but I'll be probably trying to do that maybe for all 3 games because I love those games so much. So
There you go.
yeah, it's good to be back as Commander Shepard and back on the Normandy. And
I got to get into that one. I got to play
You would
it.
love it.
it's so good.
Yeah. I want to get
The
back
story
into
is
it.
very intriguing. And when I downloaded the free version of Mass Effect 2 and I started playing, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, but I would like to play the first one to know all the story. I like to play the first one, no matter like, how old it is.
I'm with that. You can carry the same character choices over from 1 to 3. Which
Yes,
is great. So
That's
I
cool.
had my same guy all throughout all 3. Yeah, it was
Jeez,
awesome. That was an
that's
awesome
a lot
thing.
of that's a lot of playthroughs I
Yeah,
can
man.
see in the future. Just the different choices you can make, and
Yep.
dialogue turns and stuff.
Yep.
That's the thing,
Stuff
too.
from Mass Effect 1 still show up in 3. I was like, oh yeah, I did that thing back then, so it comes up again. Like, wow, I forgot about that.
Jesus.
It's a little bit like binary because I mean it came out how many years ago?
Yeah.
So it's like you have your Paragon and Renegade,
Renegade.
choices. So
Yeah.
good or not really bad, but like
roguish.
Yeah,
Not the most Satan choices. Yeah.
he's kind of like he'll skirt the rules and kind of does his stuff his own way and
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't care if he's hurting people's feelings
Renegade.
or just punching women for reporters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That happens. But yeah, like it was funny because I never played a Renegade playthrough. So I started out, I was like, all right, I'm going to play Renegade this time. And then I just like started and I was just like, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Like, Commander Shepard is just a paragon to me. Like, I can't, like, the first, like, starts off, it's like, all right, let's be an asshole. And he's just, like, being an asshole. Like, this ain't right. This ain't right.
Right?
Not the Shepard I know.
Yeah. Like, he's supposed to unite all the alien races, not be an asshole. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. That's cool if that's the choice, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm sure you might be a renegade.
Oh, I did a good balance of choices.
Well,
I mean,
with
yeah.
Skyrim and Fallout, I'm the same way. It's like, you know what, the next one, I'm just going to be a douchebag to
Yeah.
everybody. And it's like, you start off, and it's like, no, I don't want to, no, I can't follow through with it. I can't follow through with being a douche. I only did that in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Where I just killed everybody, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, everybody. Didn't unite anybody and just kind of screwed everybody over. And
But the problem with, like, Mass Effect is, like, it almost like punishes you if you're kind of flip floppy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because there are some choices where it's like, it requires you to have full bars of either
Yeah, Renegade
or Paragon to like get the optimal answer out of the thing. So if you're like flip flopping a lot on the thing, it's like, oh, your character died, or this character died.
Yeah,
And
Mass
it's
Effect
like-
2 was bad for that.
It's like you could have saved him if you were either all good or all bad.
Yeah.
But
if you're in between, you kind of
oh, wow.
And if your loyalty wasn't all the way up with them too,
loyalty. Yeah.
that's all stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotta do all the missions.
Gotta do all the missions. Yeah. Gotta do all the quests. All the fest quests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm excited to keep playing that. So I think I'm like 25 hours into Mass Effect 1. So
Into one.
just
yeah, dude. It's I would say it's probably close to a 50-hour per game.
probably
Yeah.
around there.
That's
if you're,
good.
if you're doing
Yeah.
everything.
You
Yeah.
do everything. I spend so much time just like looking around.
Oh,
and
dude, like
seeing
you
shit.
can spend an hour and not do anything in
Yeah.
that game. Like
It's so
just
nice.
fucking talking to people.
Yeah.
And then to this day, I
Getting the
still
backstory.
Wow.
I put on the ship navigation music for the space, that little ambience noise. I love that. I fall to that.
Yeah.
It's such a nice little calming tune. Just the music alone is so nice in that game. Oh yeah, it's done so well.
There you go. If you have a PS4, Xbox, PS5,
PC.
anything, yeah,
Yep.
it's on everything. So if you never played those games before, highly recommend them. They're some of the
Highly
best
recommend
games ever made. I'll go
Money
and
well
say that.
spent.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
$80 you get 3 games.
You get 3 games. Oh yeah, three long games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So.
And is there a significant difference with these remakes as opposed to the originals?
I'm just kind of like you Mass Effect 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Like the kind of
They obviously spent the most
character
time.
quality because
Yeah.
they essentially used the character models of 3 and put them into 1.
Oh,
So
jeez.
Oh.
so you get a pretty big. I mean, some look a little wonky still. Like that guy looks a little like made out of a crayon or something like that. But like I mean like. That game came out in 2000. Came out the same year as Call of Duty 4 came out, so 2007. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So long time ago. So
Yeah.
Right.
but
It needed the most love too because it was a little rough at times. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. I love
but I
it.
mean there were revolutionary games. It's like
Yeah.
this game you could play as a woman. What?
Yeah.
The whole game you could play the whole game and it's got voice and she's voiced too.
Yep.
You could be gay. What?
But that was
Right?
that was a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big no-no at the time. That was crazy how much news they got. Yeah. And now looking at it, I was like, what the fuck were you guys doing?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh my God.
Heresy.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. Check out Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Might have to do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my helmet one day.
Oh, your N7 helmet.
I pre-purchased that as soon as I saw it went available. I guess I'm in Wave 2.
Add it to the shelf. Yeah.
I'm in Wave 2, so it's supposed to be coming in June at some point.
Nice.
So I'm
Nice.
excited.
Well, it's June now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
All right, well, let's move on to movies, TV shows. Any? All
I think there's one we should be talking about.
right.
Yeah, the one big elephant in the room. We all watched Army of the Dead this last week
yes.
here.
Oh God, that's a whole no.
No, it's his own podcast. We're
I
not-
refuse.
Okay.
I refuse.
Then
No,
we'll
I'm just
save it-
kidding.
then
Because I know
we'll-
I'm going to be upset with what you guys have to say about
Then we'll
it.
save it
Because
for-
I enjoyed it and you guys hate it.
Okay.
Stop. No.
So we'll save it for another podcast.
No,
then, I
I'm
guess.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. We can talk about it. It's all fine.
Or should we wait for it? Or yeah, that's me and Scott have the same verdict. Yeah, it's thumbs down, unfortunately.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
listen to these two.
we're teasing it. Might as well talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck it. Why dick tease?
It was a beautifully shot film, even though some people didn't like the dynamic range and the depth of field was a little wonky to some people. And Scott complained about a zombie backing out of frame and it was out of focus for like 4 seconds.
It was.
I'm like
It was
watching.
weird.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, just cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it. Why are you dragging it out?
That-
so it's walking out of view into like what? Into like an out of focus shot? Like this is really like you
Yeah.
can tell that this movie's filmed. You should not be watching a film. Why am I complaining about this? You should not be watching a film and know that it's a film. You should be watching a movie and wondering what's going to happen
Yes.
to the characters. Not like, oh, why is it out of focus? Why can't? Yeah. That's the only part that I noticed. That was whatever. Like I know that it was the effect that he's trying to do. Like when it's out of focus on top of that APC, that derelict APC, and it comes into focus. Okay, but not walking out of focus
for 4 seconds.
to disappear into focus. Like make her go behind an APC or a trash can to disappear or something. Not
Yeah.
out of focus. Because I know when I watched the making of it, he was using it's like this really like old. 50
Lenses.
mil lens that has like a 0.95 aperture. So basically aperture is like how much light's getting into the camera, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's what creates that nice, pretty soft background. And this thing is like basically like 0.95 is like wide open. So basically like only the nose is in focus and everything is out of focus or is like got that beautiful bokeh, they call it.
Yeah.
And he just used that thing the whole time. It's like, why'd you do that?
Because
Because like there's parts in the movie where like literally like somebody is standing not even a foot behind the other guy. They're in the exact same shot. One person's totally in focus. The other person's like
Person's
just
not-
blurred out.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like, why can't I just look at both of these people? Like, I don't
Right.
like. I have to guess. Like, okay, who's standing behind him right now? Like,
It was a creative choice that was done strangely. But and when you the thing that's gonna upset you guys the most about this is like the extras looked great, the zombies were great, the action looked great, everything was
the potential
was
was there.
great. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But like the lens choice, like one lens pretty
Yeah.
much for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, one lens. It was multiple lenses.
it was, but the main lens that
Yeah.
he used was this,
'Cause
and he wanted to shoot the whole film himself. Like, dude, keep it up to like whoever your cinematographers were for like as much as I did not like, Batman versus Superman and you know Justice League, they're very beautifully shot
Yeah.
movies. Like, get that guy to film this movie for you. Why are you running around with a? No, don't do that. Stick to directing and whatever, and just Let the professionals.
Because a big thing with that, if you watch the Red Letter Media review of it, they go off on these dead pixels in their reviews. I never noticed them at all watching the movie twice. I watched it twice now.
Yeah.
I never saw
this is being very petty.
That's so petty and picky.
It's very petty.
So I'm like, okay, I get that. Having that lens style, sure, but
they're professional movie watchers. Though.
Oh yeah,
this is true. This is people like their job is to find everything that's wrong with something.
Yes, but that's so nitpicky. It's like I can't fault them on that.
Let's go with the whole idea of using sea cans to hold off a whole city of zombies. That's the thing that got me.
Really?
That's the only thing that got to me. I'm like, okay, everything else, whatever. Like the soldiers at the beginning transporting that fucking zombie.
Yeah,
you guys have got to be like weekend warrior reserve, high as a
What'd
fucking
you say?
kite.
What'd you say? Like,
What was that? Like how you're transporting something that is so volatile and contagious and deadly. And you guys can't even keep regular communication. You're driving across the desert, and you don't see this fucking car coming towards you.
Well, you know.
There's no drones. There's no what like.
It's.
I'm like, okay, this is dumb. I see what they're trying to do here. Okay, it's just a campy. Yeah. Something has to happen for the story to progress.
Yes.
Okay, but it was just like.
Like, Four Horsemen. It's like, oh my god, hit the nail on the fucking head. And
other than that, after the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, I'm like, okay. I am not going to be expecting much from this now, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
The coolest part I thought was that
I enjoyed it.
That main, credit sequence, the main intro sequence, where you see the Vegas
Yep.
slowly turning. That's what I thought the movie was about, where Vegas is on the brink of turning. This heist happens in the middle of that.
Yeah.
But no, this heist happens well after that the outbreak has happened. I'm like, I thought the whole idea was like, they're planning this heist, but then zombie happens all of a sudden. Like, oh shit, what are you gonna do now with this?
That's what the initial idea was.
Uncontrolled variable.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be way cooler to see than just now there's a whole set of rules with the zombies and how they are.
Yeah.
It's like
it's their kingdom. I'm like,
what? Okay.
And I was like, whatever.
And then why wasn't this nuked before? Like, why now?
Yeah, exactly.
Why a 5-year war with it? Like, and now you're deciding to nuke it? What?
Why?
It took 5 years for them to pass a vote for you to nuke a city that's full of
now
zombies and it spread and take over the whole world. Like, nuke it before you even start evacuating. Just nuke it. Just fucking flush it out. It's in the middle of a desert. Just take your losses and nuke it, man. Like, but stupid. I'm like, whatever.
Soldiers and with guns,
or just parachuting down on top of a board.
That's so retarded. Or just like, if they can't climb the fucking sea cans, why don't you put soldiers on top of the sea cans
and just freaking have crates of ammo and just Air Force? You have all this old ammunition and ordnance. Just bomb the fuck out of the city.
It's all quarantine now. What the fuck does it matter? I know.
And I want to do it. So, and also, they wanted to do it during the 4th of July because it would look cool.
Yeah.
So they're obviously not taking itself seriously.
Well, that was the thing. It didn't know what it wanted. It didn't like.
That's true.
There's like some parts where it's like obviously they have like this Donald Trump-esque president or something like that.
Obviously,
that they're alluding to. So it's like, okay, well, this is this goofy. Like the credit sequence seems like it's goofy, and then all of a sudden it like starts with Dave Bautista, and he's like all depressed and sad and stuff like that, and he's getting like his crew together and
this big heist,
Like
you don't know anybody's names because
they're all going to die right
They
away.
don't introduce anybody properly,
right?
And
anyway,
no,
it's like it should be fun. Like if I'm going to tell you a movie, hey, there's going to be a zombie movie where they have to heist a vault in Vegas for like $200 million before a nuke gets dropped on it. Like
that should be
fucking awesome.
Awesome,
right?
It should be a fun thing to watch.
Yeah.
And yet it was not fun to watch.
And then you have Dave Bautista.
Yes, it was. Stop it. It was fun.
Crying by stabbing his fucking wife in the head.
Yeah. You have Ocean's 11 meets Dawn of the Dead. Like, how could this not be a fun thing to watch?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, he did Dawn of the Dead. This is the same guy. Who did Dawn of the Dead.
But it's the writer. He helped write, and that's,
I guess,
stay away from the cameras. Stay away from the pen and paper.
Yes.
Stay in the back and direct.
Sure.
That's what you do well. Like just
stay away altogether.
No,
relax.
Learn to have fun making movies. Come on.
He is. He was having fun.
He was having fun. Make movies that are fun.
That was a fun movie. I liked it. Turn your brain off and watch this movie.
I did, and that's still sad.
Stop it, Eric. Stop it.
Come on.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going to get all fucking pissed off now. I'm just kidding.
Shiver.
There's obviously issues with the movie. It's not a... It definitely deserves the rating that it got, which is like, what? Is it down to 5 yet? Because it was like 6.7 when it...
It's like mid to high 70s on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's on Rotten. I'm looking at
First
IMDb.
Yeah,
There's
IMDb,
no
yeah,
Army
no.
of the Dead. What's it at now?
Yeah, I think it's like
5.9 out of 10.
like it's like 70s and 78. I think. Or
I would give it like probably like a 6.5 out of 10 for me.
That's what I would say too.
That's pretty good for a zombie film.
I'd give it a 6. I'd say, yeah, because there are parts I did like. I will not lie. There was some cool parts, but
Oh, like the effects and
Yeah.
the helicopter scenes, the flying, like that was all
like
really
the
cool.
part where they're trying to break into the safe finally with the anti-theft traps and everything else. I thought it was funny. It was kind
That
of
was
it
funny.
was funny and cool.
But
I was,
stick to being funny.
yeah, go
Yeah.
more of that. Yeah, that was what I thought I was expecting to see, but no,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
And then everybody dies at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No spoilers. I guess.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, spoiler. Rewind. Watch the movie. It's good.
But did you guys know that the pilot, like
Yes.
she was added after the
After,
fact?
After,
the
I
whole-
knew
yeah.
after. I did not know till after I watched the movie about that.
I knew
yeah.
before I watched the movie, and
Yeah.
that kind of like
apparently
set me off a little bit.
Apparently Dave Bautista's like, yeah, I didn't even meet her. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't even there on set.
like,
like,
huh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because what happened with the original character? He was
Del-
saying things.
Delia?
He's a stand-up comedian who is as we're allowed to call it, a sex pest.
Ah,
He has allegations of some naughty stuff apparently, so they did the safe road and took him out of the movie just to be safe. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody, it's funny because everybody that watched that did like or didn't like it said the best part was Tigna
it was her.
Was
yeah.
that her? That
Yeah.
was her part, and she
did-
she was like one of the best characters. And I remember like Carly even saying,
Yeah,
like, "Man,
'cause
I
she's
like
only-
her. She's
the
cool."
only fun part. She's
Yeah,
the
like,
one
it's like-
goofy.
yeah.
I mean, her and the German guy
Yeah.
were like,
Oh, he was awesome.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
The German guy was amazing.
like, oh, look, this movie is good when it's funny.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
stick
think?
to being funny, right?
You think, yeah.
See, it'd be funny if like the characters were funny, but Dave Bautista was the only one being serious.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, okay, well, you got the hero, you got the big tough guy, but then you got all these clowns around with him, and
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to be serious, and they're just goofing around. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Let's move on
let's move on.
to Love, Sex, and Robots season
Yes.
2. A very shorter,
Way
season.
shorter.
Way shorter,
The
yeah.
first one. It's only what, 8 episodes
Yes.
I don't-
compared to.
I think it was like only 6
Six?
episodes.
No, it's 8. It's
Was it 8?
8 episodes, and like all main runtime was like maybe 10 minutes an episode.
you
Not
know,
even
it's,
that.
what, 18 episodes the first season.
Yeah, and it
something like
was
that?
it was a good like almost 2 hours of watching those movies, and that's
Yeah.
it was like
So
maybe
if you never heard about it, it's essentially just like an anthology series where it's 10 to 20 minute long
Episodes.
and they're all
Like
animated in different styles, and they're all different plots.
Different
and
there's
artists.
one
Yeah.
live action one, yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
well,
not-
yeah, I guess
yeah.
With the freezer.
Yeah. That one was
apocalypse
live
things,
action, yeah, no,
that one was a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one actually.
Yeah.
That was
That
really
one,
good.
I still
That was really good.
Sunny's Advantage was still my favorite one.
No, my favorite one was the first one was Suits, the farmers
Oh yeah, that's
with
a
the
good one
battle
too.
suits,
Yeah.
and they're like trying to
Far-
shoot the thing because the portals were opening up and all those things were coming out. I thought that was the best.
That was
one.
pretty good. Yeah,
That was
that was a fun one. Yeah,
a good one.
the
Or,
whole first season was freaking phenomenal.
oh, first season was
yeah,
just
it was
like mind blowing.
great. Yeah,
That the one episode where they're up in space and he goes to hypersleep and wakes up and then
oh, that one.
aliens molesting him while he's
Yeah.
asleep.
Well, the first season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the second
second season now.
Yeah, second season
Yeah.
now. Sorry, yeah. Let's
Is there any standout episodes that you guys
Pop
liked?
Squad really got to me.
Yeah, eh?
Pop Squad really fucked me up.
Yeah.
I had a feeling watching
Yeah.
that. I was like, this one's not gonna sit well with Tyler.
I did not sit well with me at all.
I'm watching the first like few minutes, seconds of it. I'm like, what's
And I'm
what's
like-
mean to something? Then I saw the part. I'm like, oh, I see why.
Like that's
Yeah.
fucked up. A Pop Squad or the alternative Christmas one was fucking.
That was
amazing.
hilarious.
That was
one was
amazing.
funny. That one was funny.
Good, stay good. I'm like, holy fuck! What more inspiration do you need for your kids to have to be good kids? Because he's gonna go like, what would have happened if we weren't good? It's like, fuck. Got goosebumps just thinking about it.
So
man.
good.
That was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. That
was
was a
fun.
really good one, and it was all that stop animation
Yes,
too,
yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Burton-esque style, but like, of course, it's got the Tim Miller. And Dave Fincher fucking over the top,
Weird,
menacing
grotesque monster.
with the
oh,
fucking
man.
mouth thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The squid thing comes and drinks the milk, and it's like, oh, fuck. That was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the live action one was really good too.
Yeah, the Michael
Yeah.
B. Jordan one, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one was really
That
good.
was really
I
good,
wanted
yeah.
way more
Oh,
of
his
that.
fucking his thumb though. When he,
Oh, yeah.
I almost threw up.
Yeah,
I was
hand
like,
injuries. I'm like,
so
oh, nope,
nasty.
nope, I can't do it.
Well, they were all good though. Like that's the thing. Like they were all good, but it just
They're short.
they're
Yeah,
too
they're
short,
see-
and
yeah.
there's not enough of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my only gripe. Is I'm like, And then I'm like, oh, why is it playing the yogurt one now? I'm like, that's from the first season. I'm like, oh, because the second season's done. I'm like, well, that's what?
Yeah.
That can't be it. But it was good. Well, even the train one with those weird ghoul things was kind of cool and trippy.
Yeah.
The way the art style was weird.
It reminded me of like a Telltale game almost, the way the art style was. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it, but it was too short. We need more.
Yeah.
We need more, you guys.
I think that was just an unfortunate accident of the COVID.
COVID probably limited a lot of it.
Why? Yeah. So.
It's forgivable. But Pop Squad was
that one
was the one
really
that stood out for
I
me.
loved how it looked. It looked good, but yeah, it was.
There's a lot of emotion and when he goes into the house at the end.
Yep.
And then the little kids like playing with him, like, oh man, like how can you even live with yourself, you fucking scumbag?
Yep.
Like how can you live with yourself? And like he's like looking at the kid and then he's like smiling and he realized, well, because he's obviously fucked up from what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And like when he's shaking to have a cigarette after, it's like, oh, it makes me want to cry just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like that one, ooh, that hit hard.
Also, really it doesn't really set up the reason why they have to do that.
Overpopulation, but yeah,
It's got to be an overpopulation thing.
But
it has
why?
To be.
How are they?
But
They're
they're all
also
in the sky.
immortal.
They're immortal, yeah.
So
you lose
yeah.
your immortality card or ticket, whatever, just to have kids. Like because they're like, well, I mean, what point is life if you don't have children to raise and pass on your memories and whatever, right?
And
That's
if they're living
idea.
on the fucking shit ground, like,
Yeah.
who cares?
I just leave them down there. But then
I don't know.
it's probably because of resources,
some
and food
like
or something.
that.
Who knows? Like you don't really like. You can totally speculate all these
I guess.
reasons why and everything. But like the beginning was just like. I remember Carly, we were watching it. I had watched it before she got home. I watched pretty much all of them while she was at work.
Yeah.
Then the next day, we were watching it. I'm like, oh, you should check out this The Death Robots second season. She's like, oh, okay. So she's watching it. I put it on Pop Squad and she's watched it. And then within like the first minute or two, she was just like, oh, and like just like crocodile tears, man. Like, oh my God. I'm like, right? Like, yeah. If you guys want to get, messed up,
Get sad.
Watch that.
Yeah.
Even the with all the vacuums and stuff.
That was pretty funny too.
That was a weird art style.
The art style was weird. Yeah.
That's probably the only one that I didn't care much for because of the art style, but it was still pretty funny.
Also, like a concept that's kind of been.
Yeah, it's not a new
I think.
alien concept. No, that's new. Yeah,
It's like coming after
The
her.
automated stuff's against you.
yeah. Oh my God, who
Dude,
saw
I
that
just
coming?
watched Mitchell's versus the Machines. It's the
Yeah,
same shit.
pretty much.
Exactly. Or Terminator 2, exactly.
Yeah,
Skynet.
yeah.
There you go. Well, that's I was gonna say, I might as well still watch Love and
I would highly
Six Robot.
recommend
Why
it
not?
too.
I liked all of them.
Not as good as the first one, but first season. But I mean, that's because
If
because
the
of
art
volume,
style-
I guess.
If the art style kind of weirds you out, and power through it. It's only not very long. Just enjoy the story for what it is, and just go to the next. Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess we'll kind of briefly talk about me and Eric watched the final season of Castlevania.
Yeah.
Won't go into spoilers because Tyler
I have not seen it
wants
yet.
to watch it. But Eric, you liked it.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Great. Good. It ended so well. I was so impressed with how it ended too. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's a good little bow, and it's I loved it.
I wasn't so hot on it.
Really? Eh?
No,
I
I think it. Well, part of the reason
I have
is
some
like
gripes how it got to those points at the ends. Like I'm sure we'll talk about it later on, but overall, I thought it was okay.
I think it should have been two more, like fourth and then a fifth season.
Could have been, yeah, for
it could have
sure.
been. But I think they kind of got their hands tied because the main showrunner guy got into some
sex pest stuff.
people in Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
What is up with that? Like,
Quit diddling people.
Power.
You know?
That's power, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I have everything, so I may as well do something.
You say that, but it's fucking true.
Quit sniffing the intern's hair.
Yeah.
All right, fuck off. Jeez.
That's exactly how it is, man.
Especially when you're making a good show.
Right? Like, that's not the worst.
Yeah. So,
But no, if I couldn't recommend the series enough, and now how it ended, I'm like, I'm happy with it. It wasn't the. Could have been better. Absolutely. Was I okay with it? Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
I have words about it, but I can't.
We'll wait
say
till
them.
this guy watches it, and
I'll have to watch it.
because you got the season 3 you said so far.
Yeah, I'm
and
halfway. I was halfway through season 3.
Yeah. And that one.
All these other shows are coming out. I guess there's so much out there that it's tough to. That's why you guys listen to this, so that you know what to watch, what's worth watching.
But no, I.
Yeah, the series as a whole still is
phenomenal.
definitely worth watching.
Oh, I
for
remember
sure.
like when I watched the first season. We blew through the first season.
Oh, it's only 4 episodes,
Yeah.
right? So
and
like,
it was just like, okay, we need more of this.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking amazing.
that was. I remember watching. They're like, 4. I'm like, that's it. That can't be it. No way.
I can't, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Oh my god, this was
Then it's like,
awesome.
because there was we kind of read it or something, or I thought that it was going to end at the first season. I'm like, this can't be the end of it.
No.
And it's like, oh, it's been greenlit for two more
more
seasons,
seasons,
and it's
and
like,
then,
yes. Yeah. And then the second season was like,
Oh,
holy
so
fuck, did not
Yeah.
expect it to turn this way. Like,
No.
holy man. And it's like, this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
There you go. Any other shows you guys have been watching or movies?
I watched a buttload of movies.
Movies.
Not really a buttload, I guess, considering.
How much is a buttload? Yeah.
Right. I watched a bunch of those B horror films. I watched La Llorona, The Curse of La Llorona. That was pretty good. If you like, if you want to spend an hour and a half with jump scares and stuff, and it kind of ties in with Insidious and with the Warren family, that lineup, it's all kind of tied together. So, Annabelle's mentioned in that show, and it's pretty good. There's a lot of issues with the show, but I mean, like, whatever. It's just a cheesy horror film. And then the other one I watched, speaking of Annabelle, was Annabelle Comes Home. That one was kind of cheesy, but also had one of the biggest jump scares where I like had to turn all the lights on before I went upstairs, like and shut the light off and turn each light on, so I would like leave a trail of light switches off to go to bed.
Wow.
It fucked me up so bad. It like my heart was racing. I thought it was gonna like explode out of my chest. There's a part what's he called, the boatman, whatever. You got to put the 2 tokens on the eyes and you die or whatever.
The
Charon.
Yeah. And there's a scene with this guy. So basically, the whole gist of the story is they've got Annabelle from the second movie. Have you guys seen any of the Annabelle movies?
No.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, in the second movie, basically, no, Annabelle Creation. That's the first one. That's the prologue. So in the first movie, Annabelle gets taken away by a priest, and the priest goes to get rid of it, and then another family picks it up, and then the Warrens get called. Like, it gets so bad that the Warrens get called, because the Warrens are like investigators of the paranormal kind of thing, and they go and the wife, she's like a psychic medium kind of person, and it's based on true stories, loosely based on true stories. So anyway, these guys get called when shit's getting really bad. They call up the Warrens to come and basically fix it. So at the beginning of the movie, the Warrens go to a house at the very beginning and take Annabelle, and they put it in this room that's blessed by like a priest that's from the Vatican and all this stuff too. And it's like they put her behind a glass case which has been blessed with holy glass or something, I don't know, whatever, and put it in a chair and stuff, and basically lock her and turn the key, and they hide the key, and then, of course, there's some stupid fucking bimbo. Like, so the young girl, the Warren's daughter, is there, and it's her birthday weekend coming up. So the Warrens want to have to go do some more investigating somewhere else, and they're going to come back the next weekend. So the babysitter's left to watch her, and her stupid friend comes over, and she basically goes into this room that nobody's allowed to go into and touches everything. So when you touch something that's cursed, it awakens them, and it gives them power, whatever. So anyway, so it's not just Annabelle. Annabelle is like a beacon to these evil forces and demons and ghosts and shit and whatever. So then, basically all these demons go into this house, and it's like a haunted house story. A lot of action, but the most jump scares in a movie that I've ever seen. Holy fuck, man! And there's this one spirit that's awakened called the Boatman, and that was the scariest one I think I've ever seen. And it's got coins, like you hear like a coin drop, the power goes out and the coin's dropping on the floor, and then of course like, oh, what's this? It's a coin. They pick it up. Oh, another coin dropped, randomly falling out of midair, and you're gonna go and start collecting them. Like, I would be out of that house.
As you do.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the way it was filmed and the way it was shot, it was. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it because it gives me nightmares.
Fucking pandemic, man. It's hard times out here. People need money.
Darn right.
This is true, yeah. But they're all scratched up coins. You can't even fucking buy nothing with these things.
It's still gold.
That's true. That is true.
Melt that shit down into more gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I watched. I was on a Viggo Mortensen tear. I watched Captain Fantastic, a fantastic movie, and then Green Book as well with him. That's a very good movie. Very good movie. A good movie with a good message and a great ending. That you do not get movies like that very often.
I think it won Best Picture, did it not?
It did, yes.
I believe it did.
It did.
And it was just an all-around great movie. Feel good, ends well.
Mahershala Ali.
Yep. He's fucking awesome in that movie. Yeah. He's like a privileged OCD kind of like, whatever, pianist. Not a penis, a pianist. Very, very good movie. You guys should check those out. Yeah. There's a reason why that one won Best Movie. And Viggo Mortensen, he plays like this slobby fucking Italian Tony. He's like he works like odd jobs where he's like a bouncer at these high class clubs and stuff, and drives around important people and breaks up fights, and because he's a slugger kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good. Very, very, very good movie. It's obviously like a movie based on racial things, and it's awesome. It's
Cool.
a great fucking movie.
Cool.
Great fucking movie. And then Palm Springs I watched with Adam Sandberg.
Oh yeah, nice.
You guys need to watch that movie. You want to watch something funny?
Yeah.
The only rom-com that's worth watching? Palm
only one.
Springs. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard some good things about it. I heard it was really good.
fucking awesome.
It's like it's like a Groundhog Day kind of
Like
thing.
Groundhog
Yeah.
Day, yeah, they're stuck in a time loop. Adam Sandberg's stuck in a time loop, and he's been in it for a very long time, and it starts off hilarious, then it gets very serious and very upsetting, and like you're on the verge of tears, and then it gets funny again, and then J.K. Simmons comes in, and it's almost kind of scary, and then it's funny again, and you've got to watch this movie. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Very good fucking movie. Short and sweet.
Is it a movie or a series? I thought it was.
It's a movie.
I thought it was a series. Okay,
Nope,
yeah.
just a movie.
Okay.
I highly recommend Palm Springs. Very good Groundhog Day movie. That's what we'll call those genres.
Pretty much, yeah.
Movies, yeah.
If you're-
Yeah, there we go.
so-
And I think I'm
Few of them now.
and I watched Bodyguard series, a very good thriller series, mini series.
So good.
Very good show. Yeah, a lot of doozies this month. A couple.
Who made that? Is
bombs,
it BBC or is it still like?
That's BBC.
It was
It was
Yeah,
BBC.
Okay, yeah.
It was BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
So like probably Sherlock Holmes level of.
Very well shot.
Yeah.
Good acting. Realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
So-
just
and-
the whole time you're just like on.
Yeah, very
edge of your
intense.
seat. Very tense. There's like 3 moments for sure that are very intense. The first episode's
Yeah.
very insane. I'm not going to give any spoilers because that's probably the best episode of the whole series.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the second or third episode is amazing. And of course, the finale was amazing.
It starts you off right in it. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah. You're like right in the thick of it, man. Right at the start.
Yeah.
Very good show. Yeah.
Yep. I started watching the show. I don't know if I'm gonna go finish it. I watched the first season of this show that's on Netflix called Startup.
Oh yeah.
oh,
you said
yeah.
that, yeah.
Which was originally a Crackle show.
Crackle.
That's a stretch.
Video.
Yeah.
What the hell is Crackle?
Yeah, so this I guess was probably the best show on Crackle, so you can kind of get the idea of what kind of quality the show is going to be, which is enough to watch one season, but I don't know if I'm going to continue because I don't know, like it's kind of convoluted, but it's set in Miami. There's this guy. The main character is played by Adam Brody from the OC. And he's like this
Oh,
banker
God.
dude who's like young and successful, but he's kind of upset with his life.
Right.
And he meets this girl who's developing this new cryptocurrency called, I forget what it's called.
Sure.
Gencoin, that's what it's called.
Gencoin.
So she's talking about that, and then they're getting in trouble funding it, so he quits his job to join Gencoin, but they need money to fund this thing. And all of a sudden, the main character, Adam Brody, his dad, who is also a banker, was very much into not smuggling money, but what's the other?
Laundering?
Laundering money.
Laundering.
That's like all he did. So he gives his son, it's like, here's a USB stick. It has $2.2 million on it. Or whatever. I just need you to get rid of this for me or something like that. So his son, puts it into Gencoin and that sort of thing. And he finds out that apparently $300,000 of this money would belong to this Haitian guy from the little Haiti in Miami. So this Haitian gangster guy called Ronald. And so he comes looking for the dad, and dad skipped town or whatever. So they get involved, and he's like, oh fuck it, then I guess I'm your partner in Gencoin here because I have 300,000 in it, and it's very like anything to do with the Adam Brody and the girl part is kind of meh. But they do a lot of stuff with like Little Haiti and like the gangster shit that happens there. That's fucking awesome. They should have just made a show about them.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So that's awesome. Where like they like take somebody from Little Cuba and they like bring them into their hood and they like put them in the chair, which is like a chair with like barbed wire around like the arms so they can't like move, and they're like,
Jesus.
it's like, who killed this guy, blah blah blah, and he's like not talking, and they get like a blowtorch out. It's like, I'm gonna burn your nuts off if you don't tell me. It's like, so that part's like awesome.
Jesus.
And then it gets back to like the Adam Brody guy, and they're like trying to like, we're trying to get this my girlfriend's dad's to put some money into Gen Coin. It's like, who gives a shit?
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Go back to the Haitians.
Go back to killing people. God damn it.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So like, it's I'd give it a solid like 7 out of 10. So
Okay.
like, it's like it's one of those shows you put it on, but you're like really like looking at your phone like most of the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Except for when the Haitian part comes on.
Yeah.
Then it's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
Interesting.
Any other shows, Eric?
I started watching a new show called, well, not new, it's out a couple years. It's called Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you might have heard of it. Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've not watched.
On season 3 right now, halfway through that, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's dramatic. So the story of it behind it is you have a character played by Kevin Costner named John Dutton, who owns the largest farm in the USA. I think it's at 27,000 hectares of land, which is like bigger than the state of Rhode Island. Like it's huge.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
In
Wow.
Montana, right? So
Damn.
So essentially, the whole premise is like he's just trying to control and maintain his land that he owns. And there's like investors and realtors who want to kind of encroach on his land. And
It's like, how the fuck do you do that?
yeah, how do you kind
Right.
of control all that, right? So it's all that
Right, so
whole
you gotta
balance.
hire-
And there's
yeah.
like the whole little mob aspect to it as well. It's this underground stuff and drugs and whatever else is involved and this organized stuff and family shit, of course, is causing most of the problems. And like Kevin Costner is awesome. I love him most everything he's in now. So yeah. It's a great. He plays it so well and. Yeah, that's a great show. I'm loving it.
I've heard nothing but good things about this show.
Yeah.
I might have to dabble into
dabble
that
in it. I mean, the first episode's good. And there's some parts where it's a little bit too like over dramatic and melodramatic. It's like okay, kind of move on from that. But I still get back to it every time, and I enjoy it. So
It's on Amazon Prime.
yeah, Amazon
That's right.
Prime. Yeah, and I mean, I've always enjoyed a western. Now this is like the new neo western where it's still cowboys, still riding up, but now there's. Acknowledge cell phones and technology and
they
stuff
got
like
a
that.
Silverado.
Now, right? So yeah, and
Silverado.
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 Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't mind that nowadays and the modern farm
Out of
stuff like that.
tornadoes.
So yeah. And it is beautiful. Like the cinematography, whoever's doing it.
Well, it's all in Alberta. It's filmed.
No, Montana. It's all in
Because Kevin
Montana.
Costner comes up here and
He
and
does
films a lot.
film stuff, but all this I looked into. It's like, is it filmed in Alberta because it's beautiful? No, it's all Montana
It
and
is all
Utah.
Montana.
Unfortunately, yes.
It's just really great over there.
But it is still the same mountain.
It is
It
pretty
is still
much,
the Rocky
yeah.
Mountains the whole way down still, but it's just so well shot and beautiful. I watch it mostly for that. Like so many good scenes in that show. Just watch and just like almost pause. It's almost too perfect. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're watching. Actually, speaking of Amazon, we're watching a show called Undone. It's got Bob Odenkirk in it. He plays Saul, and Better Call Saul, and whatever. So, anyways,
Breaking Bad.
it's about this young girl who has a lot of issues, mental issues and stuff, and she gets into like a car accident, and then her dad is the one that actually caused the car accident because he had passed away when she was a kid, and she's able to manipulate time, and he's helping her manipulate time to try and find out who killed her dad. And it's like the way it's the same guys that made like BoJack Horseman and whatever, so it's like it's really wonky.
Oh yeah.
It's weird, like so it's basically it's live action, but they put like that weird artsy filter over top of it.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like
Like painted on top.
yeah, like
Yeah.
painted on top of the acting. So it's interesting. The dialogue is incredible. The episodes are only 20 minutes long each, so I watched almost the whole season last night in like a couple hours. But it's really good, and you don't know if she's fucking hallucinating because from the accident, or if she's actually doing this time travel stuff, or what's happening. So I would highly recommend that one. So far, depends on how it ends, if I stick to it or not. But it's very engaging.
How many
Very good.
seasons is it?
It's one.
Oh, just like
It's just a one season thing,
Okay.
and that's it. That's on Amazon. It's very good, very good dialogue, good characters, and like she works at a daycare. That's the best parts of the whole show when she's at the daycare with the kids. It's awesome. Yeah. So
right now.
yeah, that's
Very
it.
cool. Well, there you guys go. Any other things that we want to talk about, or are we wrap this sucker up?
Most of it covered, yeah.
I think we got her.
There you go. Well, a little extra long episode for you, but that's what happens when we got a month of long of shows and video games and movies we got to talk about. So there you go. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would really help us out. If you're listening on a podcast service, give us a good thumbs up and 5 stars and subscribe there. And then head over to our Facebook page, like the page, and ask us a question for Ask Us Anything Monday, which is, of course, coming up after the weekend for you. But until then, we'll see you later.
See you guys.
See you guys.